So what I have here are examples of animals with their mouths open. I usually call them roaring. They could be howling or taking a breath of life, or a lot of times I see it this way, which is kind of morbid, but when these hunters off their prey, what happens is their jaws hang slack, and that allows for like tooth removal. So I'm just going to go through these really quick. These ones are the sloth teeth. That's the bone carving. That one I want to say soapstone. That one, that one, that one, this one. What did I say? That one. Those were for my yard. Oh, that one. Actually, my weird neighbor threw that into my yard, but my gain. He didn't like anything in his yard. He was throwing it into mine. Whatever. Okay. So this is the one that I said was, this has got garnets in it, mica and garnets, and I just call that sloth. You notice when I turned it, the dimension. So see that eye socket there, nose. Yeah, this one, I said it changes shape. If I turned it this way and called the mouth the neck part, now it becomes like a cat head, and then it becomes, if the eye becomes like a nose, and up here by the ear becomes like the eye socket. Now it's a human profile. So yes, these are polymorphic. Also, I keep missing this part, but this area becomes an open animal mouth too. You notice the garnets over here? That's what you get a lot of in New England. This one, I know this one's hard for me to talk about because it's hard for anyone to believe me if I told them what it is. But let's see. This is definitely polymorphic shape. Now if I hold it this way, now it's a human head. This. You notice there's a bear here. And then a little mammoth. And there's so many little symbols in this one. The one thing is, I can feel it right over here. And maybe if I zoom in, this part right here is a bone. And then it's got all these little cut lines. So all this other stuff is like kind of like petrified, like fossilized flesh. So we've got this really big bone. And then this is keratin. And that would be the same thing as like your fingernail. So maybe if you just kind of figure out what that is. And then this is like a foot pad. Oh, what do you think? And then somebody was like, cut that there. So it's just a bit of something. I don't know. What do you think it might be? Just notice some faces there. Well, anyway, on to the next. This is a redstone from my place. I always like kind of ink on them, try to figure out what exactly they are. Again, they're polymorphic. You turn them different ways. You see different things. These, I'm almost afraid to say what I know what it is. And the funny thing is, it's like I have, yeah, it's a crystallized things. And I have a couple more like this, but they're usually rounder. And one day I was like, well, what if I was able, there's some clear areas on this. What if I was able to look into that clear area? What the heck would I see? Like that little area there. Oh my gosh. Is that a snake? Yeah, that's exactly what that is. It's like a bug in amber, but I think what it is like the alum, the snake egg whites or whatever, kind of petrified. Oh, that's its head right there. Isn't that freaky? It's just a baby, but it's one of those oddities, huh? Yeah, I'll show you again. There's the head of it. I do have some other videos that show, see the snake coils and stuff in there. Okay, well, anyway, I was noticing that kind of looks like a bear head. And then if you turn it up this way, it's kind of like a mouth and a nose. Boy, you can think of all the fun things to make art out of. Crystallized snakes, really. I was seeing all different kinds of stuff when the first time I saw this was like early on. I was like, this must be some kind of tool. What would you use it as? And that's not a tool. Okay, so I bought that one from a gem store. It's calcite. This is the simplest way to look at it. It's got an open mouth there, but it's like you turn it this way. We've got this paleo native. Oh, did I just chip a piece off of that? Okay, paleo native. Nose, mouth, whatever, headdress. Well, this is cool because, there's so many things on this one pretty rock. And one of the favorite things I found was, if you see this orange spot here, I was looking at this area and I go, that reminds me of like a turkey tail. Sure enough, I looked it up. There is a South American turkey. Escapes me what it's called, but if you look it up, you can find it. But that's the eye. Its neck goes this way, and that's its wing right there. And its foot's there, and this will be its, plumage in the back. But that's what it is. There are other things like, I can go, there's like, I think that's a big cat head right there. That's its eye above my thumb, nose by my thumb, its open mouth. Okay, well, I'll put it like this again. I'm thinking that might be a sloth. Yeah, so I would say this is probably from South America, Ice Age. I'm assuming that's a beaver. As you notice, you turn it, you get like this tooth in there. There's an eye up here. The ears back here. This I think is a carved bone, just by how it looks. Maybe carved and mashed together somehow. you've got an animal here with eye, open mouth. Then you turn it. Eye, nose, open mouth. Like something sawed right through there to make that open mouth. I didn't know if this was an ear or if this was the ground sloth. Again, you would have the baby sitting on top of its head because they just do that. Just a thought. This one, yes, eye, nose, looks like a really wide mouth. I don't know, maybe it's a bird, maybe. Like, again, they're polymorphic. Now watch. Oh, it's a bunny rabbit. Isn't that cute? I do like the rabbit. Okay, and this is a bone carving from my backyard. So this is a cat. If you turn it this way, then it's got an animal with its mouth open, ear, and then if you turn it this way, mammoth right there, mammoth right there. The whole thing is a mammoth. Isn't that cool? Now it's like a bear head. Yeah. There was a human face in that too, somewhere. I started noticing a few other things, like if you held it this way, nose, eye. It's weird. Oh, what if that was like a person's face right there? That'd be weird. It's like all different dimensions they go into. Eye, nose, mouth. Okay. The sloth teeth. Now that one's from my yard. The short-faced bear. The sloth with the open mouth, the eye, possibly a baby on its head. I don't know. That seems to be the going thing. So like a little eye there. This is another sloth tooth. It's an open mouth. I keep finding new things on this. They're hidden. Let's see if I can find one. It's like, those look like little hands. It's like maybe this isn't the time to look for them, but it's like there's always something that jumps out here, and it surprises me. Oh, wait, I didn't see that. So this is an animal head. Foot. Maybe that's a different kind of ground sloth. That one I've not seen yet. So I know, like, that's a mammoth there. And then there's a sloth here. But this one, yeah, maybe. Okay. And then this one, you can see the bear head here. This one is from the ocean. Eye, nose, mouth, human effigy right there, nose, eyebrow, braid. Mammoth. Like you see it, trunk, tusk, ear. And cat head. And yeah, that's a tooth. You see the little crack down the middle. If you turn it this way, you've got some kind of ungulate, some kind of deer thing there. See a nose here, eye there. It's so cool, isn't it? Yeah. This doesn't get old.